Okay, we're leaving the town of Sisters, Oregon. It's a little artsy-fartsy 1 or 2 or 3 road town, and everybody, all the campers and kayakers and everybody is all piled up in here. This road out here, the main road, is 20. It's busy as snot. Let me tell you. There are people everywhere, which makes it really hard to get around. It would be so much easier to cut lanes and hit the sidewalk and go across somebody's yard. That's what I'd like to do. It's 100 miles back to where we're going. I was looking around. I know my musings are full of crap. Thinking how, you have different people with different political beliefs and everything, everywhere you go. But generally, everyone gets along fine. Keep to themselves. Don't raise no ruckus, except for all in these damn big ass cities. I don't know if everybody's not old enough to remember the hippie movement. I am old enough, and I have sisters and brothers that of kind of that age, so I grew up with it. And the hippie movement was about a bunch of misfits. They didn't fit in, and that's okay if you don't fit in, right? But when misfits gather together and try to make change, other people who don't care about their cause will join their cause for political advantages and all that kind of stuff. The country almost came to blows way back then over them. Now that's who's in power in our government is the hippies, right? Now the hippies are still about, the ones that are in power are the ones that use the hippie movement. Now here we are 40 years later, and what do we got? We've got another group of misfits causing troubles. And the group of misfits has got together and joined together with kind of today's version of hippies, like Antifa and stuff. Except they're not all about the peace, just like the hippies back there wasn't all about the peace either. And they are deciding the direction of where our world is going today. This is very upsetting to me, because once again it's going to be the minorities that make the new world order for the majorities. And I don't think that this time the majority is going to be a silent majority. I think that they may stand up, and they may pull that Darwin card out of the hat and say, let's do away with the minority. How many, can you see that happening? I can see it happening, and I can actually agree with it. Now, if they can actually reach down and pull their balls out from their pockets to do it, I don't know. I just don't know if they'll be able to do that, because blood will have to be shed in order for anything to happen. And I don't think unfortunately, the conservative majority always stops short of total annihilation. And I kind of think that we need a purification of humanity. And I know that on the opposite side of the fence over there, that them folks are thinking that too. They think that they've got something going on, and that they are they're going to militarize and buy some guns and do some maneuvers. Oh my goodness, did you see some of them maneuvers? I was like, all right, I know they ain't been trained, but they need to hire somebody to help them because they don't know what they're doing. They might know how to yell and scream and chant and stop traffic, but when it comes to an armed revolt, they would just be, I mean, it would be a terrible, it would be like a hay rake going through a field or a field of corn. It would just be like right? I mean, I can see it happening, and I've talked to a whole lot of people. I don't know how serious they all are. I mean, I haven't heard anybody stand up and go, let's do this. I don't want to hear that. But when the call does come, I'll choose a side, I figure. And that side's going to be, I'm a constitutionalist. I think that if you're not a constitutionalist, you're a problem. It's just that simple. Now, I don't mean I can't get along with you as long as you're not trying to change things. Now, there is a legal way to change things in the Constitution. So if it's actually legally changed and all that stuff, then I guess I'd have to go along with it because of who I am. But as long as you're not changing it and you're just using everything else in the world as far as propaganda and TV and lies and, you know, like that Bubba Wallace guy and that whole noose in his garage thing, right? I mean, look at Bubba Wallace. He is a poster child for privileged America. I got a feeling he's never been hungry, and if he has, I don't know anything about him. What's the big deal? We've all been hungry, and if we haven't, we should been. You know, makes you a better person. But to be a black NASCAR guy, or you know, he's a mixed race NASCAR guy that's gay, and in NASCAR, I think that is like the epitome of how great America is, right? I mean, he's made it to the top of his profession. I don't know if any affirmative action was used to help him get to the top of that pinnacle. If it was, I see it as a problem. But if it wasn't, bully for him. But look what he did with it. And I seen an interview, I'm not going to talk about that, an interview with Trump the other day. I don't like Trump, but I think the interview, I understand exactly what he did, but, oh well, whatever. Y'all know my opinions. I think people are going to die if something's not done. And I'm okay with that. But until then, I'm going to ride my bike on the beautiful byways and highways of life and talk crap to the GoPro, since the signal device isn't working properly. It is like 85 degrees down here at the bottom of the mountain, and I didn't even put my jacket back on because it was so damn hot. I'm betting that it's going to be temperate at the top of the mountain, and I won't need a jacket on up there either, but I've got one just in case. I'm okay with it. Y'all see that rider up there in front of me? I wonder what kind of political views they got. I got a feeling you know. I like that bike. But I don't know if I've told you about with this Mustang Tripper seat. I'm really liking it. I stopped at 50 miles in on this trip and took a little butt break, like I would have done on any other bike. But just a few minutes off the bike and my butt was ready to go again. You know, just to get a little circulation moving. So I may not upgrade to another bike. I just might not. I'm kind of okay with this one. Boy, everybody's got a motorcycle over here. This is a state full of riders. We ran into the Mongols a while ago, and look, we're still here. They didn't kill us. They just ignored us. I didn't even look over because they were parked across from us. But I get a feeling they might have even tipped their hat my way. Can you believe that shit? The Mongols. I wonder, they were probably just out enjoying the view too. I know, they might have been packing some drugs or something. That's free enterprise, baby. I don't care what they do. That's their business. You know? Somebody's got to traffic in pharmaceuticals. Why not now? Hell, everything that's illegal becomes illegal in time. One of these days, you know, whoever's trafficking in pharmaceuticals might just be your neighborhood pharmacist. It's a great day to be alive. I don't know, y'all probably can't see it on the GoPro. You know, that's my problem with the GoPro, is that you know that sign that they have on mirrors that says object and mirror are closer than they appear? That's how a GoPro is. If a car pulls out in front of you in a total way that's wrong, right? But you're reviewing the GoPro footage, you can't tell that it's 20 feet in front of you. It looks like it's 200 feet away or something. That's why I use my telephone so much in in vlogging on the truck, is because of that. You get more long-range detail with the phone. But what you can't beat is the 4K quality and the stability of a GoPro. As an action cam, boy, it's a damn good vehicle. We got a long way to go. Long way to go. But it's a beautiful day to do it. Let's see, I got 28.92, so I'm going to stop somewhere at 29.50 and take a butt break. I'm going to actually turn over 3,000 miles on this bike tomorrow. I might actually do a 3,000 mile review. I just seen that it's been a long time. 242 days since I did the 2,000 mile review on this bike. That's pretty sad that it took 242 days for me to get another 1,000 miles. I mean, winter was in there and all that stuff, so heck, how am I gonna... I got a lot of riding to do to hit 6,000 miles yet this summer. So I might do it. And then again, I might not. July, August, September, October, November, and part of December at least. That's still 6 months. Oh, hell yeah. Heck yeah, I can do it. Especially if freight stays as bad as it has been for the last 6 or 7 months. Hey, that's what I said. Anyway, I'll get back with you guys later. I'm getting tired of yakking.